On beautiful weekends, people go outside and enjoy the weather. Instead, I go hunting for retro video games, this time all around Kumamoto prefecture. Coming in at $75 is a special edition Final Fantasy Game Boy Micro. This model is tiny, smaller than a smartphone, and they only play Game Boy Advance games. The screen has some damage to it, so I can only imagine what it would go for if it was in good condition. On the right is Sin and Punishment, a fantastic Japan-exclusive shoot-'em-up for the N64. On the left is Terranigma, a great action RPG that came out for the Super Nintendo in Japan and Europe. And in the center is a boxed copy of Takeshi's Challenge, a legendary game for the Famicom that is almost impossible to complete without a walkthrough. Here's the usual roundup of loose consoles: Sega Saturn for $30, Super Famicoms for $40, and a whole load of GameCubes and N64s for $30 each. If I wasn't spending my money on old video games, I would definitely buy old Star Wars toys to round out my collection. Some hard-offs also sell used PVC statues of anime girls, great conversation starters at house parties. In my hand is a Nintendo Power Super Famicom memory cartridge. In Japan, Nintendo Power was a system where you bought a blank cartridge, took it to a convenience store, popped it into a machine, and downloaded a game at a far cheaper cost than buying a cartridge. Some of these can be very expensive if they have rare games on them, but this one is priced at $40 and looks like it has a Japanese horse racing game installed. This is Seiken Densetsu 3, the sequel to Secret of Mana, and it never came out in America. I've never seen a boxed copy before, and this one is going for $30. Here's a complete in-box Super Smash Bros. For the N64, and it's only going for $20. And it's not very different from the American version. Near the anime girl statues are some airsoft guns that look indistinguishable from the real thing. In this showcase is a boxed copy of Mother 3, the sequel to Earthbound. You can pick it up for $50, the same price as Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance. You can never anticipate what you'll find in a hard-off, and I discovered some Austin Powers action figures. And these are some old Evangelion figures, everything still in the box and untouched. It's easy to complain about the retro prices in America, but here in Japan you can buy Super Mario RPG and A Link to the Past for $10 each. In the front of the showcase is a rare set of Oni Game Boy games for $150, and to its left is Mega Man 6 for $35. The blue cartridges behind it are the original Mega Man, priced at $40. In one shop I found a long row of awesome PC Engine games way out of my price range. Of course, the real treasures of hard-off rest in the junk section. I'm holding a boxed copy of Final Fantasy VI for the Super Nintendo, and it's only $3. Gaze upon a bin full of Super Famicom controllers priced at $4 or $5 a piece. These N64 controllers are only $4 or $5. All the joysticks are a little bit loose. In Japan, these Super Famicoms are considered junk, but they work just fine and come in at $8 each for the console itself. Capping everything off are bins of PlayStation controllers at literally bargain bin prices. So here's my plunder from today's adventure: a gold N64 controller, Gradius for the Famicom, and by sheer coincidence, all of the even-numbered Mega Man games for the Famicom. That concludes another episode of Hands On Hard Off. Thanks for watching, and mahalo!